Welcome to the next death battle turn. This time, it's a battle of darkness. The battle between Ganondorf, the hierarchy of Hyrule, and Count Dracula, the dominance of Castlevania. This is a battle of evil versus evil. In this glorious battle, where holy weapons are scarce, where the Master Sword and the Vampire Killer are not in view. But who comes out on top? Which is on death's door? We may be finding out pretty soon. So here is how it goes. Because both sides have this inefficiency of protecting themselves from holy weapons, this could come down to who is the durable one. Both are inane in magic, both are inane in strength, but could death be time for Dracula? Could he not be resurrected by death himself? We are about to find out as Ganondorf and Dracula battled in this glory of darkness.
Fame may be fleeting, and wealth ephemeral, but true evil never dies.
It just comes back with a goddamn second health bar.
Ganondorf, the calamitous demon king of Princess Zelda's Hyrule.
And Dracula, the everlasting vampire lord of Castlevania. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who
would
will win a death
It's
battle.
in 3D.
Millennia ago, in an age long past, the Demon King Demise threatened to pull the world into blood and war.
Until he got his ass slapped by this pointy-eared boy in green.
Link.
Daunted by being, murdered, Demise cursed the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero to be forever haunted by his wrath made flesh. That curse became Ganondorf Dragmire.
Good old Dorf was born to the Gerudo tribe of the desert.
Yep.
Thing is, the Gerudo were all ladies, and Ganondorf was the first male born in 100
Hey, I'll take
years,
Rizu.
which automatically made him their king. Because reasons, I guess? Wait, so he gets to be in charge and has the best odds on Tinder? That's my dream come true. Who could want more?
Ganondorf,
Some
jealous of the neighboring kingdom of Hyrule's verdant fields, clean water, and not being a godforsaken desert, he dreamed of a better world for his people.
Or, just for himself. Being
Yeah.
the incarnation of ultimate evil means you're probably kind of a selfish douche.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, his vile ambitions would be rewarded. Turns out, he was also preternaturally adept at magic, as befits an education from his caretakers, the witches Kaume and Kotake.
From them, Dorf
They also-
pitch balls of
who also
electricity,
formed
summon
Twinrova.
lightning, move objects with telekinesis, levitate, form barriers, and control minds.
When he wishes to fight from a distance, he can create phantom horsemen or puppets of himself to battle as his proxies.
Or if he wants to get personal, he can use his dark magic to enhance his physical strengths, making him a badass at all ranges.
He's
That's
a
for sure.
master with a blade, sometimes two, and sometimes on horseback.
And sometimes 2 swords on 2 horseback.
What?
Oh, let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
He was just a man, after all, though not for long. With his magical training complete, Ganondorf put his greatest skill to the test, his raw cunning. By manipulating the rulers of Hyrule and its neighboring domains, as well as a curiously familiar boy in green,
Hey, what do you know?
Like-
Weird coincidence.
Ganondorf gained entry to an alternate dimension called the Sacred Realm. Within it lay the Triforce, a magical artifact left by the gods said to grant the wish of whomever touches it.
The perfect solution to
Yep.
all your world-conquering needs. Except once Ganondorf got his hands on those golden Doritos, 2 of them jumped ship.
See, only someone with a perfect balance of courage, wisdom, and power can wield the complete Triforce. If someone
And
with an imbalanced
so,
between those
wisdom,
virtues
power,
touches it, it
he's got,
fails.
but not the courage.
In this case, the pieces of wisdom and courage went to Ganondorf's enemies, Princess Zelda and the hero Link.
Oh, that's embarrassing. But he did get to keep the Triforce of Power, because who needs the courage and wisdom shit when you can just blow stuff up?
Yep.
I live.
Even
Yep.
on its own, the Triforce of Power radically improved Ganondorf's strength and magical prowess, while also elevating him from a mere warlock to the Demon King he was always meant to be.
Literally, he can turn into a big blue pig monster.
The
I believe it's called a boar.
simply as Ganon is a nearly unstoppable terror, gaining even greater strength without sacrificing any of his intellect.
Yeah, anything's better with bacon, as described by Ganondorf versus Bowser back in Season 3.
Distort the space around him.
Despite all that power and even successfully ruling Hyrule for 7 years, Ganondorf was soundly defeated and sealed within the Sacred Realm. There he remained, trapped outside the spaces of reality, a prisoner to the void between space and time, never to return ever again.
Sorry. I couldn't keep a straight face.
No.
No, he got out like the next day.
Yeah.
So nothing holds Ganon back for long, and
No.
he's insanely tough to kill. In fact, thanks to his part of the Triforce, he's almost indestructible. While most weapons can technically harm him, it usually takes a holy weapon like the Master Sword or light arrows to put him down.
He once survived being crushed within his own castle, which, based on its size and composition here, and accounting for the hollowed-out interior, should weigh over 11,000 tons.
11 kilotons right there. That's
a different castle exploding around him. Wow, look at this guy in castles.
By measuring the size of the in-game castle model,
37
and
billion
assuming
cc.
fragmentation, we can determine it was a blast worth almost 2 kilotons of TNT, a yield comparable to early atomic bombs. And even though holy weapons can bypass his defenses, he still survived being stabbed in the face with the Master Sword. You know, the
Yeah.
literal blade of evil.
He's been stabbed in the face, he's been stabbed in the heart.
Impaled through the chest by one of the sages after he was supposedly sealed away. He just yanked that shit right out and murdered the bastards that did it to him. Heads up, Wiz, you ever stab me again, and that's what's happening to you.
What?
Right. Well, Ganondorf isn't just tough. He's powerful enough to punch shockwaves, tear up an island, and block out the sky with his magical malice.
Plus, he can keep up with Link. He's even killed him in one timeline. And this fairy boy can dodge Beamos lasers.
Which are literal lasers. They move in a straight line, burn instead of exploding, and according to the game's guidebook, are called lasers. So they should move at light speed. Based on the distance Link moved relative to this beam, we can estimate his own reaction speed to be about 11% the speed of light.
Would I mean it's not as fast as Afro.
Still, you can stab and seal him away all you want. This big pork bastard will always be back to bring about your crispy demise.
And it's only a wonder what it's gonna be like in the sequel to Breath of the Wild 2. Or well, the sequel to Breath of the Wild. I don't know why I said 2.
In the world of Castlevania, the universe is governed by two opposing forces: order and chaos.
Hey, it's like you and me, Wiz.
No, I mean literally. As legend goes, for God to be good, there must be an equal force of evil to create balance. An evil found
Makes
in an
sense.
alternate dimension called the chaotic realm. This
The light
is
and darkness.
chaos.
But to keep his spot in the balance on Earth, Chaos needed to choose a Dark Lord to represent him. A Dark Messiah, if you will. As luck would have it, a perfect candidate would end up choosing him.
In the 11th century, Matthias Kronkvist was the strategic mastermind behind a company of knights, alongside
Matthias
fellow
Kronkvist,
commander
as
and
mentioned
best
by
friend, Leon
Green
Belmont.
Scorpion.
But as with most bromances, it got screwed up by a homance.
Boomstick, have some tact. His wife died from a horrible illness.
Was it third wheeling? I'm sorry, Wiz, but you can already tell this guy is evil because his name is Math. I mean, I know we use math all the time to do this show, but sometimes one must embrace the darkness to see the light.
Hey.
Anyway, Matthias' grief was so intense, he swore vengeance on God himself. To achieve his vengeance,
I mean,
Matthias
I get it.
set the
I
course
mean-
of God's polar opposite.
Considering Ghost Rider,
So he set up an easy 6-step plan. Step 1, pick up a red rock called the Crimson Stone. It'll be important later.
Really?
Step 2, force death itself to become your personal secretary. Step 3, kill Luigi. Step 4, convince a vampire named Walter to kill Leon's fiancée, because misery loves company. Step 5, let Leon murder poor Walt and have death shove his soul into that red rock. Step 6, congratulations, you are now a vampire. God, kids, I hope you were paying attention.
From that
is
Matthias
convoluted.
his humanity. He became a
What?
vampire and much more. He was the Dark Lord
Dracula.
There have been a lot of different versions of Dracula. over
Bram
the
Stoker,
years,
for
but
one.
This one isn't your run-of-the-mill, I want to suck your blood.
God, Vlad the Pist Dracula.
Is the avatar of chaos on Earth.
Ironically
Opposite
named
to
after
God.
Vlad the
No, The
Impaler.
devil. He's basically the devil.
He
Yeah.
didn't have much time to enjoy his new powers, though, as his former friend Leon swore revenge, a vow which would carry on throughout generations.
But good luck taking down this all-new and improved vampire lord. He's got your standard vampire loadout like blood-sucking, flight, razor-sharp claws,
Right.
telekinesis, and even tripping balls teleportation.
He can also exert his influence over all living things, whether it be mind control, body possession, or absorbing the souls and abilities of fallen enemies through his power of dominance.
Oh, like Kirby.
A demonic monster, Kirby.
Right. Kirby. Also, Dracula can shape
Let's go with that.
his black heart's desire, like into a swarm of bats, a cloud of mist, and a wolf. Oh, I get it. The opposite to God, because he's a dog just like the way Alucard is Dracula backwards. God, I should do science.
He's also a
That's one what?
sorcerer, able to summon
Another convoluted way.
and acid blood rain from the sky. Dark Inferno is a huge ball of magma that will fry anything in its path, and he can revitalize himself with another's life energy via Soul Steel.
Then there's his most powerful
Megiddo.
example, a localized nuke of holy magic, the demonic Megiddo.
With all these powers, it's no wonder Europe trembled at his presence for centuries, though perhaps their fears were unfounded.
Yeah, despite being living chaos or whatever, Dracula was sometimes a pretty chill guy. He even got himself married and had a kid. Then again, kids are also the embodiment of chaos.
Sadly,
Well,
by church
for most of
suspect
us.
of his wife, accusing her of witchcraft. So they burned her at the stake, and Dracula swore vengeance upon the god they followed as...
Wait. Did he just get a total repeat of his backstory? Man, this guy can't catch a break.
He was even
No.
forced to battle multiple descendants of Belmont, many of whom would actually defeat him.
Well, sort of. Turns out Dracula is a much tougher vampire to kill than lame old Walter.
Even
Yeah.
after losing his entire body, Dracula's soul remained tethered to chaos. Thus, he would be resurrected every 100 years.
When he wants to go all out, he can draw from the power of the chaotic realm and transform into one of many awesome monsters. Like a giant demon, a giant demon bird, a giant demon head, and a giant demon head in a painting that vomits out bats.
Dracula
That's
punched hard
disgusting.
enough to rend stone, moved quick enough to catch arrows out of thin air, and even work the fabric of reality itself.
He's tough enough to survive
Yeah.
a lightning strike, get blasted by an enormous meteor.
But
and
it's
even
lightning,
get
that's not
crushed
light.
Under the weight of his fortress, aka the Castlevania.
By measuring the size of
But-
Castlevania on the game's official art, we know it should weigh around 2 million tons. Even then, Dracula has regenerated his body from decapitation, a mess of blood, and even full-on disintegration.
So how the hell does he keep getting killed by everyone from Discount Conan to the Ghost of Weed's Past?
Naturally, with the help of holy weapons, which Dracula is certainly not a fan of.
Also, even when he's turned his body into some misty vape clouds, he keeps his head vulnerable. Because video games.
Yeah.
Or more precisely, his hubris. Dracula's blatant arrogance would lead to his ultimate downfall, allowing his enemies to sever his connection to the chaotic realm and thus end his cycle of resurrections. So instead, he was reincarnated.
Into a white-haired anime boy with the power of friendship. Soma Cruz, who turned out to be just as powerful as Dracula Classic, like when he dodged beams of light or when he defeated chaos itself.
Dracula's influence and
well,
never truly end. Even
but no.
10,000 years into the future, his bloodline continues to strike terror
Kid
into the
Dracula.
hearts of men. As long as good and evil exist,
Hold up, that's his kid? What the hell happened to him?
no ordinary man can stand up to the incredible force that is the Dark Lord Dracula.
Behold my broodborn and his
Alright, let's get to the predictions here. This is actually a lot closer battle than it seems. Both of them have, no affiliation with holy weapons. However, the magic that Ganondorf wields is probably stronger. He's also probably faster and more durable. So right away, I'm going with Ganondorf on this one. So while Dracula has death on his side, Death being Dracula's bitch. Yes, I will say that at times. Dracula's bitch. It just seems as though Dracula doesn't have what it takes. He's been beaten by lesser foes, and I mean, even though he comes right back, he just can't get a break. Lost 2 wives. His own son disowns him for reasons. But I don't see Dracula pulling this out. Unless he's got a holy weapon, he doesn't have a chance. But right now, let's go back to this death battle, as it's between one form of chaos and another form of chaos. I say Ganondorf. Let's see who wins. No picture-in-picture. And I've been trying all sorts of programs too, so I'm not trying. But what a haunted castle that is! Honey, I'm home. Hello, dear.
Your castle is lost, vampire. No man can challenge my power.
But what is a man? A miserable pile of secrets.
Where have we heard that before? A miserable pile of miserable.
No mere man.
Ooh, backhand. Ooh. Now this is gonna get intense. Dracula, saved the bed full of Ganondorf's punch.
Your tricks mean nothing.
Ooh. That Gorgon just got punched. More Medusa heads. Ooh, that one clipped him. No. Triforce of Power says no such thing. No so for you. Now lay down and take it. Warlock punch. Oh, beams of light. Oh, wait a second. No. Beam's coming back. There's the sword. Two. Ooh. Dracula's been decapitated. But Dracula can regenerate himself into the ferocious monster, the devil form. Ooh. I think now it's time for Ganondorf to become Ganon. Ooh. There's the oh! Roasting! But now here comes the bit. The devil is meeting the boar. And he's got twin swords. And here he comes. This castle's not big enough for the both of them. Missed. Shot. Nope. Ooh, there's a blast. Ooh. Vlad's not feeling too good. Oh, here comes it. Uh-oh! Is this the Megiddo? But this is... But Ganondorf said... Oh no! The Triforce of Power! He lost the Triforce of Power, and therefore... He's lost! Dracula?
You're right. You're not a man. You're a pig. Let me hear you squeal.
Oh boy. Oh! Oh! Oh, Dracula pulls it off! More than one thing at a time.
KO!
You know, I hope someday I can learn to drink beers as violently as Dracula drinks people.
There was a lot
Yeah.
going on here. Both Ganondorf and Dracula show similar reaction speeds, with only a small % difference when compared to the speed of light. They were both brilliant schemers who have perfectly manipulated many intelligent foes.
Yeah.
And their standard magical arsenals seem pretty comparable overall.
But Dracula did have a leg up with a few extra magic powers that Ganondorf just didn't have. Like how he could rip out his soul in a bunch of different ways. That's something Ganondorf never really had to guard against before. Also, remember how Ganondorf survived an explosion worth about 2 kilotons of TNT?
An admirable feat to be sure, but let's look at that meteor strike Dracula survived. Based on its size, composition, and speed of ablation, it must have struck with an energy equivalent to 2 megatons.
Whoa!
Of TNT,
Hello!
1,000 times greater than Ganondorf's proven durability.
But hey, I know what you're thinking. What about that sage sword Ganondorf had? Shouldn't he have had an easy time killing Drac since it's a holy weapon?
In some circumstances, sure. Running this fight over and over 100 times, Ganondorf would certainly score a few victories. But when considering Dracula's absurd regenerative abilities, it would take more than just a few hits from a holy weapon to finish him off.
Right.
Not to mention, Dracula also wielded a holy weapon that took advantage of Ganondorf's weakness in the form of demonic Megiddo. Yeah, I know it's called demonic, so it seems weird, but it is explicitly described to be holy magic.
Oh!
Gun Ganondorf was a way more powerful victory move than trying to hit Dracula with a sword. And that's really what this came down to. Power.
Despite literally wielding the Triforce of Power, Ganondorf's potential paled in comparison to the energy Dracula drew from chaos.
Yeesh.
Let's put this in perspective.
Okay.
The Triforce of Power comes from the goddess Din, who made the Earth. While we don't know the exact amount of power Din put in this piece, let's just highball it and directly compare it to her.
So the energy attributed to the Triforce of Power could be compared to the size and energy of a planet. However, the Chaotic Realm is an entire universe, completely upheld by the power of the Chaos entity. That is leagues greater than the power Ganondorf possessed.
Oof.
So it definitely had a lot more juice to give.
No wonder you highballed
Think
it.
of the
Okay.
Chaotic Realm and the Triforce of Power as batteries, which fuel Dracula and Ganon's abilities. Compared to each other, Dracula would be drawing energy from something like a car battery, while Ganondorf's would be more akin to a small AA.
Wiz, I'll give you $5 if you lick that battery.
Ganondorf certainly outperformed, but Dracula's more
That's not gonna happen.
greater regeneration and enormous reserves of power sealed this desert warlock's fate.
Of all the ways to go, that must have sucked. The Big Pig's chances were slim to get none.
The winner.
Damn it, Boomstick! So,
Did you know we've got a card?
oh man.
Choose your weapons, armor, and skills before.
That one blew my mind. I thought it was gonna be easy to pick, but nope. That just had to happen.
Click the link below to get the death battle.
So what's in November? What's in November here? Mob! And Tatsumaki! No, wait a sec. Mob from Mob Psycho 100. And Tatsumaki. The girl, though, I want to say girl, but no, not the girl. She's 28. But Tatsumaki from One Punch Man. From Saitama. From the guy who can just... From the guy who just one-shots you. What that tells me right there is that this is only going to go one way. This is going to, I mean, I'm serious about this one. This is going to go one way. And that's going to be Tatsumaki. I know I'm predicting this 3 weeks in advance, but this is going to go to Tatsumaki for sure. Because, well, Mob takes a while to get going with that psycho ability, but Tatsumaki, not so much. I'm just saying it right now, Tatsumaki in 3 weeks. Now, back to this death battle. Wow. What can you say about a battle between two sets of evils? And I didn't even think the demonic Megiddo, the weapon of Dracula's choice was considered holy. I have a feeling he might have had something holy on hand. I mean, after all, he was somewhat cruised at one time, and he held holy weapons. But I didn't think the ultimate fireball would be something like, I don't know, Ghost Rider's Hellfire. So now Ganondorf is 1-1. He lost to Count Drac, but he did beat Bowser. Oh, that's not much of a victory right there. But man, Hyrule would be a lot safer if Dracula was around. Wouldn't you believe me?